gonna play this clip. Hey, welcome into Rob Wright's Gen X Pop Culture. And today we've got an unboxing with the great Andy Masterson. Andy, how are you?
Very well. How about yourself, Rob?
I'm doing good. For those of you that don't know, Andy has an awesome hobby where he creates toys and figures, and he takes lifelike facial sculptures and makes them. Andy, could you maybe tell the audience just briefly about it before we get to the unboxing?
It's really pretty straightforward. You go and you get some reference photos. It's much easier. When I first started doing this, I just would take images off of live streams and screen captures, and it's not exactly that accurate all the time because there's a distortion effect with cameras. You get a little bit of fisheye going on there. So I'll get people sending me. They know they're coming. Anymore, it's in the beginning, it was kind of like if I said to somebody, can I have some reference photos of your face? They'd like, what are you, some kind of psycho stalker? But now everybody knows what they're kind of going to get. So they're usually pretty eager to participate. And so when we got Rob was on Doomcock show and like all the regulars, I usually make an action figure of themselves so we can all have them as part of the team per se.
Cool. Yep. And here it is. Here's the box you sent me. All nice wrapped up. Now, I undid the sides and stuff because I was scared that in my sometimes clumsiness, I might accidentally cut myself with a box cutter, and make sure that I didn't accidentally flip it over to reveal my address.
Yeah, there you go. Good idea.
I didn't want to do that. So here we go. Here's the box, and this is supposed to be my figure. So got the two sides here, and then open it up, and oh wow, oh look at that.
See, now when I first was going to do Rob's figure, his channel is Rob Wright's Gen X Pop Culture. So I was going to do something very iconic 80s with the like maybe a Miami Vice theme and the pop collar and everything. But then when we're down in Dallas and Rob was such a gracious host and we're going around to the Dallas vintage toy store and found out that he is such a huge G.I. Joe fan. So there's only one way to go. And of course, anybody who's driven with Rob knows that he is in fact road rage.
I can't be. Yeah, I can't be. All right, let's open up this other box here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, just kind of, you're going to have to shake a little bit, slide the top off. It takes a little bit of like kind of put your fingers underneath the sides and push down a little bit and it'll lift off.
Yeah.
Everybody always loves the boxes too.
Yeah, they're nice. You did a great job. I mean, wow. And I love the G.I. Joe logo from the 80s. It's like the original, like a real American hero.
Yes.
So there's that. And oh my gosh. All right, guys, here we go.
There he is.
Oh my, this is awesome. Oh, wow. So I've got my own little M16 machine gun. Oh wow, I've got like a helmet too. Let's see. So helmet fell off. All right.
It's a little beret.
Oh my gosh, he even got my glasses. Oh wow. So here's what it looks like. That's an impressive head sculpt. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh wow. Holy cow. Captured my facial features really well. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. What do you think?
That's awesome. And the backwards hat. Beret, actually. More of a beret. There we go. Kind of a green beret look.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Love the
your...
and the other
Yeah, you got your 1911 sidearm.
Oh yeah, yeah, I gotta have that, and of course the canteen.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did I send a package of extra hands in there too?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Now, very important. If you're going to switch hands, make sure you hit either dip the hand inside a little cup of boiling water and
Hmm.
leave it in there for about 30 seconds, or hit it with a hair dryer for about a minute or two to soften that up. Otherwise, you could snap the wrist peg off, which you can always buy another set of wrist pegs, but why do that when it just is so much easier just to heat it up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, here are the
Yeah.
other ones. So there's a couple of fists, a couple of hand opens. Very cool.
In there
Twin
too.
stick grip. Very cool. And all the details. Look at the boots.
I think I put a stand in there too, Rob.
Yeah, there's a stand. There's
Okay.
so you got the metal piece, and then the stand just goes in the back, right?
Yeah, and that there's another piece in the bottom in
Okay.
the box So you'll take that and you'll plug it in there.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
So
cool.
you plug the tube in there, and then you squeeze. You put the wire around the waist, and you squeeze it together and push it down inside
Oh,
the
okay.
tube.
Cool.
That'll
Yeah, so
hold
it
you in
stands
place.
firmly. Awesome.
There you go.
Love it. This is awesome. This is incredible. Oh, the details on the boots are amazing, and then the fatigues, and then yeah, he's got my road rage, U.S. Army, and then he's got the American flag on the side.
See, this is the fun part when you're not trying to surprise somebody. You can really make it very tuned into their personality. So I sent in. I asked Rob, like, what is your favorite GI Joe figure? So he sent me the first sergeant figure. So I just had to match the outfit and gear him up with it, but personalize it at the same time.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, that's Duke. But yeah, hey, I think I actually have a little bit more hair in the back than I normally do. That's awesome. Thank you.
Well, look, we want these things. We want them to be something we're really happy with, and
Yeah.
like I'll when I do them, if like there's a little bit of, let's make the hair a little bit darker, let's make the body a little more muscular, let's you can really because it's the figure you want to have. Now sometimes that's not really like when I did as from Heel versus Babyface. I was kind of worried about this because I didn't want to be insulting, and so I was like, how am I supposed to do this, because he's kind of heavy, and it's part of his look. Now that he's done such a great job losing so much weight and getting in shape, it's not so much of a problem. I told him I'm gonna redo his figure and into the new and improved version, but that appearance is, so I put a little bodysuit on underneath the figure that he got, and he was like, I think we need to put a little more cushioning in there, but when you have to do something like that, you really need that to capture somebody's appearance, or else it's going to look like Al Roker or Kevin Smith, where they just kind of look like here's this face here, and the body's kind of thin looking. So yeah, you try to match these up as best as you can, and very soon, this probably tomorrow or Thursday, I'll be mailing out your Doomcock figure.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Everything's finished. All I have to do is do the background base, and we'll have that done. I just got my brand new Cricut blades to cut through the plastic today. So
Oh,
I'll
cool.
be cutting that out and sending you your Doomcock figure.
Oh, wow. And the guns were they handmade as well? And
No, they were 3D printed. I bought them on eBay.
oh, cool.
There's a guy
That's
on there, and see, this is the cool thing about this is like there's so many options out there. If you go on eBay and you type in 1/6 scale toys, 1/6 scale accessories, you can find a huge number of items that you can put into your scene, and this matches up with any high end 6 scale figure you're going to come across.
Oh, wow.
So this is a it's a clone of the Hot Toys body. It's got 29 to 32 points of articulation in it. You can put it in pretty much any pose and it can hold it. Just be careful if like you're doing things up over the head. You just have to make sure that you put the shoulders in the right position before you move them, or else they can snap. They're action figures, but they're not toys. Like they wouldn't survive an 8-year-old, playing with them like the old Hasbro figures. But they're capable of holding pretty much any position. We talked about swapping out the hands. You have fists, you have pistol grips, you have open hands, so it can be in different scenes. So if you were to go and get yourself, Sideshow Collectibles did a line of 6-scale G.I. Joe figures. So say you wanted to get yourself a Snake Eyes figure, you wanted to get yourself Storm Shadow to fight, you could pick that up and set yourself up a scene with your figures. You could have Road Rage leading the team on their quest.
Oh wow, that's so awesome.
Anybody who likes toys has always dreamed of having themselves on the shelf with everything else, hanging out with with what was in many cases our best friends were plastic and came in cellophane bubble wrap.
Oh yeah.
So the idea that we could actually be there with it is a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I think I dig it. It's really cool. Wow, and my glasses are removable too.
They are glued on.
Oh, they're glued on. Okay.
Yeah, because if not, they're so light, Rob. They're so light, you'll breathe on them and they'll fall off.
Oh my gosh.
I did that with Tom's figure, Tom Connors, and he was having a hell of a time. He's unboxing and trying to put them on, and they would fall down. So I just got to the point where, and actually what I did with this is I carved a little groove into the side of the head and put a little super glue with baking soda on it. So it makes like an epoxy. So they're on there pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But there's all kinds of things, all kinds of accessories you can get. You can find vehicles, you can find motorcycles, you can find cars, any of the G.I. Joe equipment that comes out with that 6 scale, you'll be able to find.
Oh, cool. And even different outfits if I wanted to change
Absolutely, it. Yes. There's I don't know if I sent you. Oh, those boots are hollow. So
really?
Now a lot of the other boots and the footwear that you get, they'll have either it'll be hollow. Now, if you want to take them off, again, what you would do is there's a little ball and peg attachment there on the ankle. You can pop that off, but to get the foot out, you're probably going to have to pop that boot in some hot water and let it soften up for a minute or two. Don't burn yourself when you take it out. You're going to have to work the foot out a little bit. Or you can also get different kinds of footwear. Say you wanted a different outfit. Say you wanted camouflage, which you can find anywhere on eBay. Or there are also some 6 scale sellers out there that do custom outfits. And you could swap that out, or I could always make you another head, send you the head, and you could put that on another body. The bodies run about like anywhere between $16 and $20. And you could swap them out. You could have different versions of different characters. And the cool thing about this is that when you're talking about something like a G.I. Joe character, there's a lot of variation in head sculpts out there. You can pick up on eBay on loose heads that you kind of sound strange, loose heads that you could get and just have the neck attachment. You could buy a body and military outfit, and you could have your and you could fan cast too. So say you were doing like Roadblock. I know the Rock, they made a figure of the Rock as Roadblock, but it's outrageously expensive and stuff like that. So, but you could take that head and you could put it on another body, or any actor that's out there. You could put do your, like I'm saying, fan casting. So you could take like I did. I'm making a World War II invaders from Marvel set, and I needed a stand-in for the Human Torch, so I picked up a Ryan Gosling head so he could be the original android Human Torch. And you can just, it's your shelf, and your shelf means that anything that you want on there is your universe. You get to dictate how it looks, and anybody complains about it, you just throw them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. That is awesome.
Well, I'm glad you like it, my friend.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's really cool. I love the weapons. I love the design. Face sculpt is spot on. I mean, oh my gosh. It's like a mirror.
It's the sculptures are really tricky when sometimes they go really easy, sometimes they're really tough. Mexican Iron Man sent me his the first time I made one of him, and he's kind of like, he's kind of like looking at it, and he's, I didn't have a whole lot to work off of, but it came out with a passing resemblance, and then I redid it a couple years later and got a much more accurate version. So he's much more accurate to him. And the more you work on this, I've been doing this for about 20 years now. So and every time that I make a new one, they get a little bit better, a little bit sharper, catching a little bit more of the personality of the person you're doing. And of course, you have to do some things where, again, you want this person to want it on the shelf. Now, it's tricky when I make, I have to be careful how I phrase this. When I make sculptures for women, I always send them progress pictures and get their feedback on any improvements or anything they want emphasized or de-emphasized on the sculpture, because and it's very funny because men, we want this serious, like ready for action face.
Yeah.
All the women I've ever sculpted want a slight smile on the face. they want to be a little happy as they're enshrined in resin.
Yeah. Oh wow, that is so cool.
Well, my friend, I'm really glad you like it.
Thank you so much.
You're such a wonderful host out there in Texas, and we really hit it off so well. It was everything you could have hoped for. Like, sometimes you meet people and you wonder, like, how are they really going to be in real life? And you're really aces, really a great guy to hang around with, a lot of fun, and we had a great time, and I can't wait to do it again. So
absolutely. I can't wait to do that with you guys again. That was a blast. And now we know some tricks on where not to park and and how to get in and get out a lot quicker than we did last time. So
but it was a great time, and I figured, all right, so now you're going to have 2 6-scale figures in your emporium there, and you'll have to flesh out. I will warn you, this does become addictive. You get one, like, oh, I need something else for this. I need something else. Oh, if I just had one more to go with that. And you pick yourself up a Baroness figure, you might have to do that to, like,
Baroness or Scarlet, redhead's really cute too. So
they have that. I believe they did a Scarlet figure. Sideshow did a Scarlet figure. Do an eBay search for Sideshow Collectibles Scarlet G.I. Joe. You'll find some results for that.
Wow, that's cool. I'll have to get those, and then
and again,
on the way too.
you don't have to be like, you could get. I know for a fact that there is a the young lady that was in Jumanji, and she played Nebula. Karen Gillan. Beautiful redhead. You can get her head there, and you put that on, a random female body. Like, and if you want that, I will recommend the body types for you, because all bodies are not the same. They're like, they come, especially the female bodies, they are very tricky. The adapters are usually universal, but not always. They come with different bust size, different body size, different levels of articulation, and so you want to be careful what you're buying. And a lot of the clothes are not necessarily interchangeable with the different body types. So you
Oh,
do
wow.
have to be a little careful with that. But overall, it should be a pretty straightforward process to find yourself something that you can put together there, so you can have your Scarlet figure and do those undercover reconnaissance missions.
Yeah, definitely. Literally under. Well, the other thing I was going to say when you were describing that, I was thinking of the great movie Total Recall, where they're asking him about the type of woman he wants, and I'm like,
Yes,
swim.
demure, demure and sleazy.
Sleazy. So
But yeah,
very.
there you go.
But
So I am so happy that you like it, Rob. I was
yeah. Oh
really,
gosh, this is fantastic.
yeah. I would show Gary the progress pictures, and he's like, man, he's going to go nuts. He's going to love this thing. And
Yeah. Oh man, this is so cool. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
I was really ticked off that like the post office just took their sweet time. It was supposed to arrive there Friday, and
Mhm.
I'm watching the tracking, and it's like it's in the network. It's in the network. It's ironic. Like you order something from Amazon, and it's like you ordered it today. By the way, it's on your kitchen table by 5 o'clock the next day, and
Mhm.
you go on USPS, and it's like it will be there sometime this month. Like, gee, thanks. We predict it might be here. Now, I will give them a little bit of a break because there was some bad weather to contend with what was left of Debbie, but still, you know, 4 more days. It was like, yeah, really. So, but I'm glad you got him, and you have him all set. You know how to set up the base. You know how to swap out the hands. You can go on eBay, check out things like rocket launchers and
Oh yeah,
howitzers,
let's
all
check
kinds
that
of cool
out.
stuff. And if you look up the actual sideshow
Yeah.
figure,
Mhm.
you'd be able to find a lot of accessories that are sold loose. They might be a
Oh
little pricey, but like you'll be able to find them like. And by pricey, I don't mean like outrageously expensive. It's just like it's for a hunk of plastic, but it might cost you like $15, $20 for a
yeah.
gun. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I
Awesome.
could probably get other headgear and get the
Yeah,
awesome beret, get a helmet or something like that too. Or
yeah. You can get helmets. You can get flak vests. Um, you can get army coats, all kinds of stuff you can find. You
well, yeah.
once you get on there, like I said, it is addictive. Every single person I've ever known that has done this is like, well, I'm only going to get one, and well, now I have to get this to go with it. I have to get, well, you know what? Maybe just one more thing. Next thing you know, you've got this like monstrous overflowing shelf of cool stuff, and it's like, and it never stops. It's always like, well, look at that one. That's really neat. I might have to do that one too,
Yeah.
especially when they come out with 6 scale representation of the figures that were available when you were a kid.
Hmm.
You're looking at them and like, wow, that would look so cool next to my figure.
Yeah, there was I went to the GI Joe convention about a month or two ago because it was in Grapevine, and they had a bunch of 6 scale World War II
Yeah.
figures, which were really cool. And one of the coolest ones was they had one of the guys in a minesweeper tank, and it was actually a John Wayne figure.
Wow.
And
Cool.
that was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That's a pretty neat thing. And the military stuff, there is a ton of military accessories out there. That's how this stuff all started with GI Joe was military figures, and so that has always been a mainstay. And there's
mhm.
a lot of different companies out there that do um, 6 scale military figures, and because of the genre, it's very interchangeable. You can
Mhm.
make a lot of different things out of what looks like random parts, which is a
Very
cool
cool.
thing.
Awesome. Well, I know you're pressed for time and you don't
Yep.
have a whole lot, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. I was really hoping you would have this reaction, and you didn't
Yeah,
let me
it's
down.
so awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like everybody that I've ever given one of these to, I have yet to have anybody who's just like, oh, that's neat, thanks. It's like everybody has been very excited about getting them, and that's one of the cool things about this, this community we have is that
Mhm.
we all grew up with the same kind of feeling about like the falling in love with the franchise and the characters and the action figures and the toys and accessories and stuff. And to have that like brought to life for you, man, it feeds that inner kid inside you in a way that nothing else quite can. And so when I get the opportunity to share that with somebody, it's like it's really, it's really a lot of fun. It's that the satisfaction is so gratifying when you see people really, really appreciate it.
Oh yeah. And just the details on the camo pants and the gear and stuff is just great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that was I had the whole outfit made, and I found a better shade of green. So it's like, all right, well, I got to scrap that and start over. So it took a couple of different tries to get everything just right, but that's typical of things.
Yeah, the detail on the boots, everything. I mean, it's just like, wow, authentic.
Oh well, yeah, the boots you just buy separately. So that's you'll see that you go on eBay. You're going to go down a rabbit hole with this thing. It's like you're going to get. It'll start off innocently enough. You'll be like minding your own business, and in a month or so, you're going to take the figure down. You're going to look at it like, it looks kind of lonely up there. He needs company, and you're going to get somebody else from it. Like, oh, you know what? You need more company. So, and then once you get the Doomcock figure, you're going to have to pose them with the Harvey, and I got to try and break out my Sabu mold and get you a Sabu.
Yeah, definitely a Sabu mold. Cool. Awesome.
All right, my friend, I got to run. I'm so glad you like it. I'm more happy that he actually arrived a little bit late, but you got him, and hopefully it's everything you hoped for.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for being here, Andy. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, my friend. I'll catch up with you Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow. See ya. All right. Well, folks, I just want to thank you guys for being here. What do you guys think? I mean, wow. Is that me or what? Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Crazy. I mean, just how spot on can you get? I mean, the side view. I mean, wow. So this is my figure. Just wow, really, really cool. So I just want to thank all my channel members for coming and being on the stream. It's just going to be a short unboxing video, just for fun. Here again is the gun, or one of the other guns. Here are the other hands that he gave me. So you see a couple of holding hands, a couple of fist hands. Cool stuff. And this is kind of the beret, which is pretty cool. I think that's awesome. I love the beret. I actually like the beret better than the helmet. Yeah, because I like Duke. Duke was one of my favorite characters growing up, and he was we got him on a mail away back in '83 because you got flag points and they released him early through a mail away. So that was the coolest thing to get him. And he came with a lot of accessories like the two guns and the canteen and the backpack and the binoculars and everything else. And he was always so really cool. But yeah, put the machine gun in my hand real quick here. But yeah, he was one of my favorite characters, and I thought, if I'm gonna do G.I. Joe, I might as well do not General Hawk, because Hawk was always looked older, except for his original character. But let's get the First Sergeant Duke, who is the main leader throughout the cartoon run that I grew up with. So there's me trying to hold a machine gun, probably almost. There we go. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Anyway, pretty cool figure. So I can't thank Andy enough. This is just so cool what he's done and what he does. It's just amazing. So, but anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. I just want to thank all you guys for being here live. And the stream is going to be up on my channel. So if you want to share it with anybody to laugh or say, hey, look at Rob. He's actually got a figure now. And it looks just like him. Feel free to do so. Thank you so much, audience. I want to tell you what I got coming up this week. So this week, review of Superman. Well, I love it. I'm working on it right now. Probably shoot it either tonight or tomorrow. So it should be out hopefully Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to go see Alien Covenant because I've got the day off. And I will give a non-spoiler review on the channel. And I'll also give a shorts video of my initial reaction. So stay right here on Rob Wright Shacks Pop Culture, where you'll get some of the great movies and TV shows and music we love. And you'll get some previews of some stuff that's out. Also on Sunday, join us. We're counting down the top 40 from 1986. So I'll have my panel and we'll do that. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll talk about the great music from the 80s that we all love and enjoyed. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for being fans of my channel or even clicking on my channel. I so appreciate it. And everybody take care. Have a great week. We'll see you on the next one.